What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kangaroo Black coming back once again to talk about 5 SEC quarterbacks who could possibly be Heisman Trophy candidates in 2024. I found this article on Fansided written by John Bueller, and he named his SEC's 5 quarterbacks who could possibly be Heisman Trophy candidates in 2024. I'm going to go down his list and I'm going to give y'all my thoughts. And I'll tell y'all who I think, which quarterback has the best chance of making it to New York at the end of the 2024 season as a Heisman Trophy candidate. Now, John Bueller on his list, he got at number 5, Ole Miss quarterback Jackson Dart. At number 4, LSU's quarterback Garrett Nussmeier. At number 3, Texas quarterback Quinn Ewers. At number 2, Georgia quarterback Carson Beck. And at number 1, Alabama quarterback Jalen Milroe. So I'm going to give y'all my thoughts. Jackson Dart, Ole Miss, threw for over 3,300 yards last season, 23 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Jackson Dart is a great fit for the offensive scheme that Lane Kiffin runs. Plus, he's quarterbacking a team with one of the best offensive minds in the game in Lane Kiffin as his head coach. Jackson Dart, he also had 8 touchdowns rushing, so he can get it done with his arm and his leg. He's not a true dual threat quarterback, but he can run, pick up the first down, get in the end zone from time to time. And as far as my thoughts on Jackson Dart making it to New York as a Heisman Trophy candidate at the end of the 2024 season, I think if he could take Ole Miss to a 11-1 season, possibly 10-2, or play for a conference championship, yeah, I think he'll be a Heisman Trophy finalist, especially if he do all of that while improving his yards and touchdowns. Say he throw for 3,800 yards this season, 27, 28 touchdowns, yeah, maybe even 30. I think he'll be a Heisman Trophy candidate. Then you got LSU's Garrett Nussmeier. In my opinion, and if this was my list, I wouldn't have him on it simply because we haven't seen enough of Garrett Nussmeier. We know he can throw the ball. We know he's accurate, but we simply haven't seen enough. He's been at LSU for 3 years. He's been a backup for 3 years. So I wouldn't have him on my list. I'm not saying Garrett Nussmeier can't be a Heisman Trophy finalist in 2024, but we just have to see if he can do that because we haven't seen enough. I'm not saying that he can't be a Heisman Trophy candidate because you done had several guys become Heisman Trophy candidates who we never thought at the beginning of the season or the off season would be a Heisman Trophy candidate. Bryce Young for 1 at Alabama, Devontae Smith for 1 at Alabama. You can go back to Texas A&M and what's his name? God damn it, Johnny Manziel. You know, nobody thought he would be a Heisman Trophy candidate as a true freshman. But hey, it happened. All right. Then you got Quinn Ewers. I'm going to put Quinn Ewers and Carson Beck together. Quinn Ewers at number 3, Carson Beck at number 2. Those guys have been getting a lot of praise coming into the 2024 season, especially Carson Beck. A lot of the experts got Carson Beck winning the Heisman Trophy in 2024. He's the Heisman Trophy favorite right now. But when it comes to Quinn Ewers and Carson Beck, I don't see nothing special about neither one of them. They got great coaching. They got great players around them, okay? But as an individual play, no, I don't see nothing special about neither one of those guys. That's just me, my opinion. I mean, you got yours and I got mine. But those guys have been getting a lot of praise. I guess the experts know more than I do. I don't know, but Vegas, the experts, have been wrong quite a lot. I do know that. But can anybody tell me anything special that Quinn Ewers and Carson Beck has done? Now, I will say that Quinn Ewers got a better case than Carson Beck right now. Quinn Ewers led his team to win a conference championship, led his team to a playoff appearance. So can anybody tell me what Carson Beck that did that's so special? Because I haven't seen nothing special about Carson Beck. Really, Quinn Ewers either. But he got a better case than Carson Beck. But anyway, moving on to Jalen Milroe. Jalen Milroe, dual threat quarterback, threw for 2,800 yards last season, ran for over 500 yards last season. Well, 28 touchdowns. He threw for over 2,800 yards, 23 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. He ran for over 500 yards and 12 touchdowns. So he can get it done on the ground, through the air, as we have seen. When it comes to running, the guy's hard to stop. You can put a spy on this guy and he'll still get away. Okay. People talk about he had problems reading the defense post snap. He got problems with the short to intermediate pass, but the guy has proven to be a winner. And when it comes to Jalen Milroe, you know, the guy has done more with less. The guy was sacked 49 times last season. You know, some of those sacks was his fault. Throw the ball away, whatever. But some of those sacks was his fault. But there's no reason the opposing defensive line or linebackers, defense in general, should be able to be in the backfield that much. So, Ole Miss, Texas, and Georgia, their offensive line was better than Alabama's last season. But Jalen Milroe still found a way to win and still led his team to a conference championship and a playoff appearance. So, can't say that about Jackson Dart and Carson Beck or Garrett Nussmeier, which we ain't even talking about Garrett Nussmeier anymore because he was a non-factor last season. But anyway, like I say, the two candidates right now that have a case to be Heisman Trophy candidates, going off what they did in the past or last season, Quinn Ewers and Jalen Milroe. And I think Jalen Milroe is a better quarterback than Quinn Ewers. That's my opinion once again. All right, you look at all these quarterbacks, the three, Jackson Dart, Quinn Ewers, and Carson Beck. You look at them. Yes, they threw for more yards than Jalen Milroe. I got that. But all of them had more passing attempts than Jalen Milroe. So if you got more passing attempts, you should throw for more yards and touchdowns. Okay. Jackson Dart, 74 more passing attempts than Jalen Milroe. Same amount of touchdowns though, with one less interceptions. So is Jackson Dart really that good, or really that much better than Jalen Milroe? Because out of these 5 quarterbacks, Jalen Milroe is my pick to be a Heisman Trophy candidate. And not because I'm an Alabama fan or because he played for Alabama. Because the numbers say so. And the numbers don't lie. The numbers say so. So, anyway, Jackson Dart, 74 more passing attempts with the same amount of touchdowns. More yards, though. He should have more yards because he had more damn passing attempts. Then you got Quinn Ewers. He had 110 more passing attempts than Jalen Milroe. One less touchdown, one and the same amount of interceptions. So, hey, that's so. Is he better? According to the numbers, is he better than Jalen Milroe? Matter of fact, I'm going by the eye test too. Is he better, Jackson Dart or Quinn Ewers better than Jalen Milroe? Going by the numbers and the eye test, I think not. Then you look at Carson Beck. He had 133 more passing attempts than Jalen Milroe with one more touchdown and the same amount of interception. Going by the numbers and the eye test, is he better? No. No, he's not. Yeah, he'd probably be more accurate in the short to intermediate passes than Jalen Milroe. But Jalen Milroe is better than Carson Beck at the deep ball. So every one of these guys got a hole in their game somewhere. Okay, so hey, you can say what you want to say. And as far as quarterback goes, the last 3 quarterbacks that won the Heisman Trophy was dual threat quarterbacks. Carson Beck is not a dual threat. Quinn Ewers is not a dual threat. And Jackson Dart is not a true dual threat quarterback. Jalen Milroe is. Look at the last three quarterbacks. Let me see. Matter of fact, last three quarterbacks, Bryce Young, Caleb Williams, and Jaden Daniels, all dual threat quarterbacks. You know what Jaden Daniels did. That dude ran for over 1,000 yards. Caleb Williams, in his Heisman Trophy year, what did he do? And I believe he won it in 2022. Threw for over 4,500 yards, 42 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He ran for 10 touchdowns. Matter of fact, last season he had 11 touchdowns on the ground. Dual threat, man. Come on, man. Yeah, well, like I say, we already know what Jaden Daniels did last year. Bryce Young was a dual threat. You know, he in that SEC championship, he ran all over Georgia defense. But hey, that's in the past. They came back and beat us for the national championship. Bryce Young couldn't really get away from those guys that game. Then if you go all the way back to 2010, look at from 2010 to 2023, every quarterback except for two who won the Heisman was dual threat. Cam Newton in 2010, Robert Griffin III in 2011, 2012, Johnny Manziel, dual threat. Jameis Winston 2013, not so much. Marcus Mariota in 2014, yes, dual threat. Marcus Mariota. This guy had 16 touchdowns rushing on 800 yards. 800 yards, 16 touchdowns. Dual threat. All while throwing for almost 4,500 yards, 42 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Come on, man. So those guys are nothing like these guys. So that's 2010, 2011, 2012, 2014, all dual threat quarterbacks who won the Heisman. Then go to 2016, the quarterback then winning in 15, that was Derrick Henry. 2016, you got Lamar Jackson, dual threat. 2017, Baker Mayfield. 2018, Kyler Murray. Hell, Kyler Murray ran for was 1,000-yard rusher from the quarterback position. Anyway, and then these other three guys, Jackson Dart, even though he can get it done with it, he's not a true dual threat quarterback. Quinn Ewers is not a dual threat quarterback. Carson Beck is not a dual threat quarterback. That's why those are the reasons why I say Jalen Milroe will have the best chance. A true dual threat quarterback who can get it done with his arms and his legs. He don't have to have a great offensive line to lead his team to victory. He don't have to. This man got sacked 49 times last season. Come on, man. Still made the playoffs. Still led Alabama to a conference championship. You think if Jackson Dart, Garrett Nussmeier, Quinn Ewers, or Carson Beck had that line that Alabama had last season, they would have went through the SEC undefeated? Fuck no. Y'all know that. So yeah, I'm just saying. This is John Bueller's list of the top of the 5 SEC quarterbacks that could possibly be Heisman Trophy candidates in 2024. Now, do I think only Jalen Milroe can make it to New York and be a Heisman Trophy finalist at the end of 2024 out of this list? No, I don't. I think it possibly could be another one on the list. And who do I think it'll be? I think it'll be Carson Beck, only because he's leading the Georgia Bulldogs. That's it. And the Georgia Bulldogs right now have the most wins out of the past 3 seasons. They back-to-back national championships from 21 and 22, even though Carson Beck was not the starter. So I think he'll get there off the reputation of the Georgia Bulldogs as a whole, not because his individual play. That's just me. Even though the Heisman Trophy is based off individual play. Because if you got to throw the ball 133 more times to score one more interception than the next quarterback, then who is really the best? I'm just saying. This quarterback responsible for 35, 36 touchdowns, while you responsible for about, what, 27 or 28. Who's really the best quarterback? Just saying. And I ain't just talking about Carson Beck. I'm talking about Quinn Ewers too. Because you had 110 more passing attempts and threw one less touchdown. You can throw all the yards in the world. I always say, I would rather have a quarterback that throws for 2,500 yards and 30 touchdowns than a quarterback that throw for 3,500 yards and 25 touchdowns. If all those yards ain't leading to touchdowns, then it's all for nothing. But hey, it is what it is. That's just my opinion. I just want to give y'all my little thoughts on this list of SEC, the 5 SEC quarterbacks that John Buehler think could be Heisman Trophy candidates at the end of the 2024 season. Like I said, let me know what you think in the comment section. If you agree, put it in the comment section. And if you don't agree, put it in the comment section. We can have some healthy conversation. So, hey, it is what it is, man. So if I said something that you didn't like about the quarterback of your team, oh well. Y'all say a lot of stuff that I don't like about Jalen Milroe, the quarterback of my Alabama Crimson Tide. And I know why you say it. Because you can't beat him. That's all I know. But anyway, y'all be blessed. And remember, I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide, and roll damn Tide.